longest subarray of ones after deleting one element. It is saying we have to return the size of the longest. Yeah, return. I have already done once, but I'm recording it, like explaining it to you in my own method. This is the given array. You have to delete one element, at most one element, so that the subarray of ones, consecutive ones, should be max. If you remove this, and there will be 3 ones consecutively. Let's see the second test case. If you remove this, 3 consecutive, 2 consecutive, 1 single array. If you remove this, there will be 5 ones, consecutive ones. Okay, if you remove this, there will be 3 3. In that, 5 will be the max, so we have to return the max ones after deleting this array. You can see here. Okay. The third case is that 1 1 1. Okay, what it is saying is that you must delete one element. If you delete any one element, the max will be the sum consecutive ones will be 2. I have to return the 2. And if you delete this 0, it doesn't work well. Only 2 and 3 and 1. Next, if you delete this, the same. If you delete this, there will be 4. Then the max will be 4. You have to return the 4. If nothing, okay, 2 zeros. We have to find only for the consecutive ones after deleting. So we don't see this case as this is the math, dynamic as well as sliding window. This is the simple solution. Okay, 30,000 I've done the solution. Okay, let's jump into the approach.
See, this is an array. This is the first test case. Okay. Now I tell you the approach. One. See, my approach is whenever you see one, you move the pointer and increase the count. See, when I move this, if I see if the array value is not equal to 0, then move the pointer and count, increase the count, okay, plus 1, and again it is not equal to 0, again increase the count, okay. Now I'll move the pointer, and if you see 0, then you have to check how many ones are there after this 0, okay. This is the else part, okay. If I see 1 again, then increase the count by 1, see, okay. Then you have to just return the total count. This is the 3. The output for this code is 3, and I'll use the another test case. Okay, this is the second test case. Firstly, I'll write the array elements. Okay. Whenever you see 0, you have to see how many ones are present after that. 1 1. Okay, the counter will be 2. Okay, the counter will increase to 2. I'll write here. The counter will be increased to 2 plus 2. And again, if you see 0, you have to just break the loop. Else part, you just have to break the loop. Okay, you can store the max in one variable. Max will be 2 right now. Okay, max will be 2. Max will be 2. Again, you should start from here. If you see 1, increase the counter by plus 1. Again, you move the pointer, plus 1, increase the counter, plus it will be 2. And whenever you see 0, you have to move, check how many ones are present after this 0. Okay, you have to traverse through this from now. Okay, whenever you see 1, increase the counter, 1, move the pointer, increase the counter. And again, whenever you see 0, after this, you just have to break the loop, and then you have to store this number in the max if it is greater than the older max. See, now it is 0. This is the condition now. Obviously, it is true. Then you have to store 5 in this variable. Okay, next. You have to start from here. And you will see again plus 1. You will see 0. After that, you will see 3 ones and 0. Break the loop, and this is the max. If it is true, no. There are 4 ones, and see, this is 4 1 is not greater than 5. So keep 5 as it is, and then again you traverse from here. Now you start from 0. Whenever you see 0, you have to count number of ones. There are 3 ones. See, 3 is not greater than this, so 5 remains in this max variable. and again you have to start from here 1 2 3 and you see 0. From that you have to count number of ones. There is only one, so total will be 4. 3 plus 1, you have to check if it is greater than 4. Yeah, false, so 5 remains in the max. Again I have to start from here. The value will be 4. If you start from here, the value will be 3. If you start from here, the value will be 2. If you start from here, the value will be 2. Okay, so the output for this is the 5 remains in this max variable, hence you have to return the 5. This is the max ones if you start from here. This should be the output. Okay.
If I'll write if length of nums is double equal to nums dot count function, count of one function which accepts one parameter. You have to just return length of nums minus 1. So if I delete 1, you'll get that. Else no need of this. If it is this, it will just return. Okay, we have to keep a counter and a new counter, another counter for. After that, you have to count after zeros how many number of ones are there. You will keep in that in this. Here we will keep the number of ones before zeros. Okay, now I'll just have to traverse through the array. Okay, now if not equal to 0, then I just have to increase the counter. Sorry. Else indirectly, if it is not equal to 0, then I'll just have to traverse from see here. If I'm here, I'll increase the counter 2, increase up to counter 2, and if I see 0, then after 0 I have to move. So that is the reason why I'm writing k plus 1 to length of num. Another problem is there. If you are here and if you are here and if you are here, it is a 0, not 1. You consider it as a 0. If it is a 0 and no elements are present, then if you say k plus 1 to length of nums, then it will say k plus 1 is nothing but this this pointer where it is out of index, so it will say error out of index, it will say. So I have to reduce the first loop to -1, so that I stop here itself. From here I'll go and check this one elements. So yeah, from k plus 1, same here again. If nums of I is not equal to 0, then I'll have to increase this count. Yeah, if I see 0, wait, I have seen 1 as I have keep the counter as a counter increase to 2, and I'll see 0, then I'll traverse from here to here, and again if I see 0 after this, then I just have to break the loop. 2 is the max, then I'll move the pointer to this. Okay, simple. Okay, else I'll just break this. After breaking this, after breaking this, I'll have to add this number of 1 counter to this number of 1 counter, so that I get the max counters, max number of ones after deleting this element. So what I will do, I'll keep another variable, max count variable, which is equal to 0 in the initial, and I'll see if max underscore, like max count is less than count plus count 1. If it is max, then I'll just have to max count is equal to, just copy this, I'll just copy in this, then I'll make count equal to 0, count 1 also equal to 0, so that whenever in this test case, after this so many ones are there, 1 1 1, another one. See, if you see 0, then I'll move up to here and I'll check there are 2 ones after 0 and 2 ones before 0. I'll sum up and it will be 4. Okay. Now in this case I'll see after this open, I'll go up from here again. I have to traverse from here, then I'll see 1, then again I'll see another one. The counter will be 2. So the count after this, why I'm making count 1 and count 1 equal to 0, in the sense after this it will be like a fresh starting point from for 0. Okay, yeah, make it to 0. Okay, I'll just have to return max count. Let's test this case. Yeah, we've got this test case. Okay, let's test this for this one. Okay, let's test for all zeros. Okay, let's submit. This is the simple solution. This is the, I have explained to you the basic algorithm. Okay, success. That's it. Yeah, this is the simple algorithm. You just have to traverse, and if it is 0, then again you have to loop till how many ones are present until you see 0 from here. Okay, this is a simple solution. Actually, this is my first explanation. Okay, thank you. This is the solution.